Don't interfere. Sir Topham Hatt wants you to work at the smelters. Not anymore. Sir Topham Hatt says I'm better than you, so I'm going to stay here. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Steamies can't help. Not like a diesel. What's that horrible smell? Oh, it's just a stinky old steamy engine. No wonder Sir Topham Hatt is thinking of scrapping steamies. Ha ha! This new fuel makes my axles tingle. I'm the fastest engine in the world. Look at me go! I feel sick. Marvelous. You steamies are old and clapped out. When Sir Topham Hatt realizes this, you'll all be scrapped. Sounds like another steamy ready for the scrapyard. I hear you've been making trouble for Harry and Bert, but you won't make trouble for me. I've got an important job to do. Building the new ones was our important job, but we were delayed, so we couldn't finish it. Oh, look, a stinky steamy. I'm not talking to you. You played a trick on me. You gave me bananas. A diesel engine wouldn't need help, not like a steam engine. I'll do it. I'm the strongest. Much stronger than this steamy. Now I'll show Thomas who's best. Stripey boiler. We don't want to work with stinky steamies. Trust a steamy to mess things up. And working with steamies wasn't bad either. I hope your click-clunk gets better soon. See you later, Rattler. You're looking very cheerful, Thomas. Haven't you heard about the curse of the cliffs? Whenever the first engine of the holiday season goes around the headland, a terrible fog comes down over the cliffs. The engine loses its way, and nobody knows where it goes. Boo! Trust a silly old steamy to be scared on Halloween. We'll see. It's the haunted forest. Whoa! Thomas! Sounds like the ghost engine looking for a steamy to scare. Look out! The ghost engine is after your funnel. Scared engine, scared engine. It's the ghost engine. It's come to get me. Oh, it's the ghost engine, sir. And it's come to get me. You look very pleased with yourself. Gordon's not the only one who's special. Because... not if you won't listen. Now I'm in trouble. They're in a siding, sir. Yes, sir. My engine's old. All that rushing around has worn it out. And you should have listened to me. Because Gordon's not the only one who set a record. I've set one too. I've shunted more freight cars in one day than any other diesel. Whoa! The problem with working with steamies is that they are much too stinky. P.U. You really are the stinkiest steam engine on Sodor, Thomas. No one told me there was another photograph. I did not. The photographer told me to move. I have an important job, too. I'm sure I'll fill my freight cars first. I can beat a steamy any day. I'll race you to the hopper. We have to go backwards. Silly slow steamy. I won the race. We still have to race backwards. Now we both want to race. We must have one more. Uh-oh. Come on. Let's have one more race. Yeah, sure, Thomas. We still don't know who's the fastest. Let's have another race.
What are you doing, James? You're a big pig steamy.
What about me, Thomas? I'm a really useful engine, too. Those steamies think diesels are dirty and steamies are special. I'll show them that I'm just as really useful as they are. I'll shunt these logs to the rescue center. Then Sir Topham Hatt will see how special I am. Diesels are no good, the steamies always say. But I'll show them they're wrong by the end of the day. No, you won't, Thomas. I'm almost there. Soon they'll all know that steamies are the ones who puff too slow. Help! Help! Oh, me! Oh, my! Oh, help! Oh, no! Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Goodbye, Thomas. Good luck, Thomas. What's so special about your special? I never have pretty pink piglets to deliver. I am never clapped and cheered. Where are you going with those apples, Thomas? Those apples are just as pretty as James's piglets. If I take them, I will be clapped and cheered just like James. I'm not busy today. I can take your apples to market. I thought my apples were just as pretty as James's piglets. I will find something else that is sure to be cheered and clapped. Those flowers are as pretty as James's piglets. If I pull those flowers, I will be clapped and cheered, just like James. I'm not busy today, Rosie. I will take your flowers to market for you. I thought my apples and flowers were just as pretty as James's pretty pink piglets, but no one is cheering or clapping. If I take James's piglets to the school children, they are sure to clap and cheer. Rattling rods, they are sure to clap and cheer me now. Trembling tracks. The children don't want to see pretty pink piglets. They want a new roof for their school. I'm sorry, sir. I have been very silly. I brought the piglets to show the children because I wanted to be clapped and cheered. But now I see that the children don't want pretty pink piglets. They want a new roof for their school. I must get back to the school with the slate before it rains again. I'm sorry, Farmer Trotter. I took your piglets to show to the children. I wanted to be cheered and clapped like James. But now, I know I should have taken the slate to the school. That was much more important. Don't worry, children. Here are the slates for your roof. I have never been happier. Smells and bells. Only a stinky steamy could leave all these stinky freight cars here. Your best friend's having a very good time with that big blue engine. Are you on your own again, Percy? Thomas is busier with Belle. We have the diesel works, but it's not grand like the steamworks at all. Bye, Percy. Your best friend doesn't have time for you anymore, Percy. You should find a new best friend. A friend who has time for you. A friend who listens to you. I'd like to, Percy, but I have to go to the diesel works. My friends are waiting for me there. Flynn will be another new friend for Thomas. Then he'll have even less time for you. Last night, I told my friend at the diesel works about you. He'd like you to visit. He told me to tell you that you'd be a very special visitor there. He'd have a lot of time for you. I'm very sure, Percy. We'll win and you'll lose. So are we. They're grand. Trembling tracks. Dowager Hat will be waiting. We've ever seen.
Mild.
Yeah. If you were as busy as I am, you'd know it isn't a good morning. You're never busy. You just stand around looking fancy. Are you still waiting to be busy? Yeah. You are right to tell me, Paxton. We don't want an engine like that on our island. He could knock one of us into the sea next. It could be you. We'll find Sir Topham Hatt, and he'll tell Mr. Percival. And together, they'll make sure Luke leaves Sodor forever. Who's there? Thomas. We must hurry, Paxton. Thomas is a tricky tank engine. Whatever he's doing, we must be there before him. I'm looking for Sir Topham Hatt. Where is he, Cranky? Paxton told me all about him, sir. He's hiding somewhere at the quarry. He pushes engines into the sea. He's a danger to us all. He has to go. But, sir, is that him? Are you the engine that pushes other engines into the sea? I've heard all about you. Now, Sir Topham Hatt and Mr. Percival will sort your little friend out once and for all. Thomas, what are you doing? Thomas? Come down, Luke. Thomas can't help you. We know what you've done. And what you did was bad. You'll have to leave Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt will make sure of that. Nonsense, Thomas! Paxton, go and find Sir Topham Hatt. Tell him to come here. Go! Too bad, Thomas. You can't help your little friend now. Watch out, Thomas. He's going to push you off now, just like he did with that yellow engine. I can explain, sir. That engine there is called Luke. He's a bad engine. He knocked the yellow engine into the sea. Thomas has been hiding him here. Yes, sir. Who's calling me a monster? Out of my way, you silly Steamy. Pulling those cars will make you a really stinky engine, not a really useful one. Phooey. You're a stinking engine already. Out of my way, flatbed coming through. Honking horns, Gordon. You're Gordon the Diesel now. Yes, Duchess. Pah, it's just a jumble of junk. The sooner it's scrapped, the better. That tangle of tubes, that pile of old pipes, have you popped a piston? Diesels never have to stop for water. Diesels never have to stop for coal. What are you doing now? That's the only music I've heard all day.